Hey everybody. Well, today I'm going to try something a little different, and as you can see, this is a true professional at work. We were at a union shop a couple years ago, and I was going through some epoxy training. And this is Mr. Chris Becker. He is a pretty well-known epoxy specialist and distributor and trainer. He does it all. He wears many hats, and if you've seen him at any Concrete of World Expos, you've seen his work before. But here he is, laying the groundwork for what's going to turn out to be a magnificent floor, epoxy floor, swirl, marble, whatever you want to call it. But as you see the process happening here, I'm going to try to explain a little something to you guys, because not only is this floor going to turn out beautiful, but so is our life, you guys. No matter what we go through in life, no matter what ends up being on our canvas, no matter the colors or who ends up being in our canvas, because think about the canvas. Think of these colors as people. You know, we're going to get all mixed in with each other. We're going to have to live by each other. We're going to have to survive with each other. But you know what? The cool thing about this whole thing is that God's using us in this picture. We're literally the colors. He's got the palette. He's going to do this. Now, I'm not in any way comparing Chris Becker to God, but in a way, Chris is kind of doing the work God would do for us on our canvas, right? He's mixing us up, all kinds of different colors, different styles, different sheens, different this, different that. And so what Chris is going to do is he's ultimately going to work all this in and try to paint a beautiful picture, and indeed he will. But perhaps maybe even more so important is the fact that when this all happens, we're all like, oh my gosh, how is this going to turn out? And that's what life is like. We have a lot of questions, concerns, cares, considerations. We don't know how things are going to turn out. Life can be hard. It can be unexpected. It can be happy. It can be good, bad. We have a lot of things in our lives to be grateful and thankful for. And sometimes we slip up and we trip up. And, you know, life isn't always easy. But as you can see, Chris is going to make this picture look really good. And God does that in our lives too. So in recovery, you guys, when we're mixed up like this with each other, we have to be examples, right? Because we're all in this picture together. We're all headed towards the same goal. But as you see, Chris is going to use that blower. And God does this too. He adds storms to our lives where we're really going to get mixed in with each other and things like that. And politically, you guys, I know I made a political video the other day, and I just was feeling so led to share that information with you guys, because I've seen that information so many times and I've learned it, and now I want to share it with other people because I believe it to be true. But in no way was I trying to be abrasive in my views or political or otherwise, because I don't want other people to come to the channel and think that I'm trying to say you have to believe this or that, or, you know, whatever it ends up being. So, you know, we have to always take things with a grain of salt. And I think Trump is doing some great things in our country. I think he's implementing and he's flushing some toilets that needed to be flushed, and he's emptying some things out. But as you can see, the floor isn't done yet. The picture isn't done yet, right? Chris, Mr. Becker, is going to keep adding colors until he thinks that, you know, it's sufficient. And so here we thought it was done with just the blues and the grays and those colors. No, he's going to add bronze, he's going to add gold, and he's going to further paint a picture that's going to turn out so beautiful in the end that it takes a true master class at this, a true artist to try to get this to work. Because if somebody came in here and didn't know what they were doing, they would paint a picture and it might be beautiful, but it probably wouldn't be as nice as this. And so it takes time, it takes experience, and that's like what recovery is like too. And I don't want anybody to be turned off, but you guys, I want you guys to be turned on by what we have going on, you know. And turned on, I mean to recovery, right? To sobriety, to a program, to a formula, to some steps, at least a faith that it can happen, right? Because that's what you need to start with, is a faith, my friends. A faith that at the end the picture is going to get painted. It's ultimately our job to go with the flow and to not try to, you know, create too many problems, because we want our picture to turn out, and God wants us to be in tune with his will. So what I'm trying to explain in all this is that the picture is going to get painted one way or the other. It's kind of up to us to let God paint it with us or for us or whatever, but we don't want to be against that, right? And so I don't ever want to be anything other than cohesive with my brothers and sisters out there. And so, you know, I'm here to serve the people. I'm here to help people get the message that there's hope out here and that we can do this program one day at a time. And look at that floor. Could you ever imagine that's how it would turn out? And now it takes a little bit more time to dry, but you guys get the idea. Look at that. Just an amazing floor. God's got us, you guys. He's painting a picture. He's using me. He's using you. We just got to keep going one day at a time. God bless.